Hi, and welcome to this episode of Boost Your Business Live with me, Sarah Watt. I am so glad that you're here. This month, our superpower of the month is packaging your services for predictable results. And last week, we explored how hybrid offers that combines like live elements with digital content to reduce overwhelm and increase impact worked, and how you can package your services that way. Today, we are going a step further. We will talk about how to build your offer ladder. I mentioned offer ladder before, and that's a powerful way to help clients say yes to the next step again and again. Do you ever feel stuck, overwhelmed, or unsure about what to do next to grow your business? You are not alone, and this is the podcast for you. Welcome to Boost Your Business by Business Heroes. This is where service based entrepreneurs, whether you're delivering in person, online, or a mix of both, come to get the strategies, the insights, and actionable steps you need to level up your business with clarity, confidence, and impact. So let's dive in. It's about you finding a person that you would like to service and service that person as they grow and continue working with you in each transformation. If you have ever struggled with explaining your service clearly, or if it's been hard for your customers to understand what comes after the next purchase, or if you feel like you are constantly recreating custom offers all the time, then this session is for you. So today we are going to cover what an offer ladder is and how it increases conversion. And we will talk about why an offer ladder matters. Why have one? Isn't it enough to have one offer? And we will also talk about the link between structured offers and higher prices, which I hope that you will love. And we will talk about examples to get inspired by. And I will also talk about, of course, how you can use the Business Heroes Grid to map out your offer ladder to make sure that you understand, as well as a customer, the different offers at different stages in their customer journey. So let's dive in. I want you to be able to download the grid and follow along if you haven't done so yet. This is going to make it so super easy for you to see where your gaps are in your business when you are mapping out your business. And when we teach something inside of Business Heroes Academy, we always look at where in the grid is this. And if it's like, oh, this is how I attract people. Okay, how do I do that? This is the first offer I have. This is the second offer I have. This is how I send them to the next phase. And that is what you can use the Business Heroes Grid for as well. So I hope that you are following along in the grid. And if you are listening to the podcast or watching the recording, you can go to the show notes and find the link to download it for free. So go ahead and do that so we use our time wisely together. So let's look into why offer ladders matters. Well, it's because the clients usually don't need more offers from you. It's just that people nowadays don't want to buy a big transformation because it's like overwhelming for them. And it's hard for you as well to explain all the micro transformations they get during the time with you. If it's like a yearly program or a monthly program, and it's hard for them sometimes to understand what you are giving them. So for those people that need the right offer at the right time, it's easy for you to like stack your offers in a ladder. So they go into one offer, they see the transformation, they go into the next offer and see the next transformation. It's easier for them. So I think it's a really good way of them to look at the way where they are right now. I usually talk about that's the A phase where they are and they want to come to B. And if you give them all the way to like, let's say D or E, it's like too overwhelming. So use different stages in their life cycle for being a customer and give them the right offer that they need at the time. It's easier for them and it's easier for you. And it's also that it could look different, the different offers at different stages in their life, what they want to have that transformation. So sometimes it's not that you need to say, hey, I need to add more courses, or I need to add more coaching packages, or I have to have even more services as a consultant or a service deliverer. Maybe sometimes it's exactly the same thing. It's your method. It's just maybe different parts of your method. So instead of having a full course, it's like dividing that course up in different stages and say, okay, let's do this part first. When that's done, I will invite you to the next phase. And I will invite you to the next phase. So it might not even be that you are adding on more things. It's kind of more downsizing what you have, repackage that, and make it super simple for them to understand what it is and get them to experience that and get the results. And then they will ask, like, what is the next phase? What more can I get from you? So it might be the same method, but it's just a different packaging. Or it could be that it's the same thing that you offer. It's just different from their, like, how much they can pay, essentially. If they can pay a small sum, it might be that they go through a self-study course or a free, like a challenge that they do in their own time, and you are not there doing anything with them. It might be that they come into a bigger program where there is more parts of you delivering that in person, or it could be that you have a bigger program where you actually do things for them. So it really depends on where they are and how you package your method and your knowledge and transform them. So it gives both you and the person who is buying the services from you less stress. You less stress to deliver it, but it also less stress for them because they know that they have the time frame and they have the money to pay for that transformation. And it's also more clear what they get and what they are supposed to do during the delivery together with you to get the transformation. And usually it's also better results because it's more focused on getting that result in a shorter time frame. Maybe this means that you are servicing a same person longer, and you are selling smarter because you're not always getting into finding new people in your world. It's more servicing the people you have, invite more people in, and you have a structured way of sending them through that journey. And you will also grow faster thanks to that, because you don't have to always get one client, service that client, and then they're off doing something else with someone else. It's really not that part. It's more like you invite someone into your world and you have a few programs, a few different offers, a few different ways of transforming them with you, and then they are off. But it's like the lifetime value of the client is actually bigger, and it's easier to work with people that you know, instead of spending a lot of time to get to know them. So this is why I think the offer ladders really matters when we think about how we package our services. So what is an offer ladder? Well, it's a structured guide to help your clients from first touch to full transformation. So you are creating intentional stepstones, and each step gives more value and moves your client deeper into the journey. So a few different ways of doing that is maybe a free offer. You might have it today like a webinar, a checklist, a mini course, a free trial, something where they can try. That's like the entry point, and it's free. Then you might have a paid entry offer, which could be solving one thing, one specific problem. It's very super slim. It's not a lot of money. It doesn't take a lot of time to get that transformation, but they get a micro transformation. And it's like a filtering system as well, because a lot of people come to that entry offer. They feel like, okay, I got what I needed. I'm fine. Thank you. Or it might be, oh, I love this. I love the person who's giving me this transformation opportunity. I want to work closely with this person. I want to work a longer time with this person. What more can I get? So if that's the case, the paid offer is like the paid entry offer is really good. And you can introduce the core offer, which is your main program or service. So if that's the case, what you do, then that's what you offer in this stage. Then you can have an expansion offer, which is maybe a deeper dive personal with you. It could be ongoing support. It could be something that is really tangible for them and saying, hey, I got the transformation. Maybe I need to have you by my side to get that into a healthy habit that sticks. Because in the beginning, they just got taught of how to have that healthy habit, but they need some accountability to actually use that method, use that habit, get that into habit stacking, and get that into their world. And that is a really good expansion offer to get it to stick. And then you have the alumni offer. And why do we have an alumni offer? Well, it's to keep people in our world. It might not be that the price point of every single offer in the ladder is higher and higher. It might just be that they are more invested in us because they leveled up in the way we have a relationship. So if you have an alumni offer, it could be something that is only for past clients or people that you have had, that they got through the same kind of transformation. They have so much in common, and they just want to hang with the right people, with the people that understand them, that got into the same transformation, and they have some things that they want to keep in their transformation that makes them stick. And these people will be your best ambassadors. So this could also be an ambassador program. Think about what you can do in your offer ladder. This is just a way for me to explain that there's a structured way of inviting people. And some people will come into the core offer immediately, and some people will come into the free offer and stay there. So it's not that it's a linear way of doing things, but it's easier for us to have this kind of structure to make it sure that we understand what we are offering and how we can do our marketing and do our services in a better way that is more clear. Also, it's a good way for us to level up our business and thinking this way. It feels very structured, it feels very clear, it feels very professional instead of saying, hey, I'm just selling one-off hours. Why this grows your business? Well, I'm all for growing business. Business Heroes is all about growing businesses before you can scale. And if you use this simple structure, you can actually totally change your business, both in the way you market your business, how you sell your offers, and how you deliver offers. So it can raise your prices because now you have something to compare with. You have a baseline offer and you have a mid offer and maybe you have a higher offer, and they can compare what they get, and usually they don't go for the low offer if they have to compare it. So it makes it easy for you also to compare the prices for yourself and say, well, I can't be this much or this less when they offer this transformation. We're not talking hours here. We're talking about the transformation and value and the result that you deliver. If that's in 1 hour or 300 hours, it depends on what you offer and how you do the contrast between the delivery, the results, and the different delivery methods you use in your package. The client usually do not just get one of those in your offer ladder. It's a stepping stone, as I said in the beginning. It's a stepping stone to the next and the next and the next. Finding that would be a good way of saying, this is how much a client is worth for me. So I know now how much I can spend on marketing because this is how much a client is worth to me. And you can also lower your cost of acquisition, because if you are servicing the same person for a longer time and they pay you more money, you don't have to hunt new people all the time and sell one-off services, because you have a packaged offer and it's packaged in different phases and with different kind of vehicles to deliver. It's going to be so much more easy for you to market it so it sticks with the right people. At the same time, you don't need so many needs. And you will also reduce the sales resistance. Because, like I said, people will lean in and say, oh, I love this. What more do you have? What can I have more? And what do you offer? So even if you are prepared to explain to them, this is the things that we offer, and this is where you are, and this is the next step, and this is the next step, they will still lean in and say, hey, am I ready for the next one? So it's easier because people don't feel sold to. They feel like they self-select their next step. And that's the important part, because it feels more that they are in control of their own journey and they don't feel like a salesy person is trying to push services on them. They feel more like, I love to have this experience for the next phase, and how do I get it? So how do you then build your offer ladder? Well, to start with, this is how you can get thinking about this. If you have a method or a framework and you say, well, I have a big program, or I have a big coaching program, or this is my method, can you divide it up in some kind of way? If you have an offer today, which is maybe like, say, $2,000, and maybe you can like take away one per thing from there and put that into like 497, like a starting point, and then you can have the rest and add less things to that, so it's not overwhelming to take the next step. And maybe you have the end part as your next ascension. So it could be that you just divide up your framework and your delivery that you have today, your offer, into smaller parts. And then you can also divide it up by the way you service people. How, is it do it yourself? Is it done with you? Is it done for you? That could be also different ways of like stacking your offers. It could be accessing to you, like I said in the beginning. Is it a group setting? Is it one-to-one? Is it ongoing texting, being in front of the expert all the time? Well, it's up to you how you want to package it. So is that a part that you would like to see more in your offers? Go ahead. And it could also be stages of the journey, like I said, in like if you have your framework or your method as your foundation, and you divide it up as stages. It could be from beginning then to advanced. So I would say start as simple as you can. Like 2 levels is enough. You don't have to have all of them in the beginning, but think about if you can break out some parts of your process, your delivery today, and just make it easy. So I would like to show you some examples and see if you can, this can like spark some ideas how you're gonna do your offer ladder. So the example I have on the screen now, if you are watching this live or on YouTube, or if you just listen to this, I will be so I will like really try to talk through the examples. I chose 3 different service provider roles. So I chose a business coach, a CEO consultant, and a yoga instructor. And I think that the example, the first one with the business coach, is the first step is like a free challenge. They go in, they do the free challenge. It might be that's it recorded. They get like an email once a day for 5 days to do some challenge. Awesome. That's a really good way of building a list and giving them some micro results and transformation. Then you will invite them into your hybrid program like we talked about last week. And the next phase could be like a mastermind for those that are into, like they already went through your hybrid program and now they want to have a mastermind to continue using the tools and the method that you taught them, but they want to do that with other people and do masterminding around that. The next phase could be like an alumni circle. So those are the steps for the biz coach. If you have a CEO consultant, it could be download a free checklist to do some CEO audit themselves and realize that, oh, I have work to do. Maybe they then come to you and say, hey, I would like to have you do the audit because I don't see everything that you see. I just see that it's a mess. I could be ranking so much higher on Google than I do. And since I had this checklist, that came into my realization, I can't do this alone. I need some help. So they hired the CEO consultant for like a paid CEO audit. And when the audit was done, then the implementation could be then offered as a next offer in the ladder to say, okay, you can do it yourself if you want to through the report, or I can do it for you. And of course, usually people would like to not do it themselves, so they hire you to do it. And, even if you can teach them how to do the ongoing CEO auditing and maintain the result that you gave them in the implementation, they might want to go into the maintain package with you. So those things can be ongoing for months or years, because things when it comes to CEO, it's like ever changing. It's a really good way of doing those maintain packages. Okay, so let's go into the yoga instructor. The yoga instructor could have like a free 10-minute video guide. So that could be a really good way of getting them into your world. And then you can offer a paid challenge. Then you can offer like a 3-month program in yoga to get them strong and get them more into the yoga mentality and mindset. Then you can offer an ongoing membership. So these are 3 examples of offer ladders, and I hope it helps you to think in your way, in your role, in your expertise. What is my offer ladder? And you might have 2 of them already. It just might be that you haven't positioned them in in a ladder mindset. It's like maybe 2 offers on your website and they feel very isolated. Can they be more together so they understand this is the first step and this is the second step? Do you have a way of introducing the next phase, the next step, the next offer in a good way? Maybe you can break things out and see, maybe the CEO consultant might say, hey, I had a big package before. I did the paid CO audit. I didn't even got paid for that before. I did it for free just to get clients into my CO implementation. So this might be a good way for you to actually get paid for what you're doing and what you're delivering, because it's immense value for the people that you're servicing, and you don't have to give it away for free. So sometimes you can find those that you are offering for free to get them more like engaged in a way of actually getting paid for them. Or it might be that the CEO consultant had a big package with, okay, the first start thing we do is an audit, the next thing we do implementation, and then we do maintenance for 1 year in one offer. And that is really hard for a client to understand maybe and say yes to, because it feels like overwhelming and too much. So maybe the CEO consultant broke those things apart to make this offer level. So really think about how you can find those bits and pieces in your business and see how you can stop doing ad hoc work and really structure your business when it comes to the offers as well. So this is the Business Heroes Grid. The Business Heroes Grid is where we can find a way of adding those elements inside of the grid to make it super clear for us and the clients where things fit in. So in the Business Heroes Grid, if you are now looking at the screen but listening to the podcast, we have the customer journey on top of the sheet. It talks about 5 different phases they go through, and they do 2 things to every phase. They have goals for each phase, and they do activities for each phase. And then underneath the customer journey, we have our 9 stages where we support the clients through the customer journey and move them from phase to phase. And that we can only do if we know everything about a customer and we know exactly where they are and what they're doing. So if they are looking now for, let's say, a CEO edit, they might look at those things and they find the checklist. And that's what they do in the attract phase to figure things out. When they do that, they will be able to look into the offer phase in the customer journey, where we can say, hey, this is what we can do for you. We can do the audit. So that's the first thing that we offer in the offer stage. When they got through that, we can do then in the multiply section, we can add the possibility to do implementation with us as a CEO consultant in that case. So this is how you add your different elements in your offer ladder inside of the Business Heroes Grid to see where things are most suitable and what the clients are looking for right now when they do Google searches, or they go to ChatGPT and ask, if they go to friends in a Facebook group and ask. You are supposed to be the go-to person to help them, of course. So how do you get there? How do you get visibility when they do those searches? How do you get people to recommend you and say you had a really good checklist for auditing? And how do you follow up with that to say, hey, thank you for downloading that CO audit. We can also help you to do it for you. And when you've done it, you have a possibility to say, hey, we can actually implement the changes that needs to be done to make the CO really good. So what is it that you need to look at that you are doing right now that you will stop do, like a free CO audit that could be paid? Or what can you add to make sure that you have no gaps and no holes in your way of like changing the lives for the people that are going through the customer journey and looking for someone like you who they need to get help from to get into the next phase and get the transformation they're looking for. So I hope the Business Heroes Grid is going to be super helpful for you to get that clarity and see what you do, and if everything is actually tied into each other as a natural next step. Because sometimes, I'm just saying sometimes, it's easy for us to say, hey, I work with anyone. And If you do, you might have so many scattered services, you might have so many expertise areas that you are it's so unclear what you do and what kind of transformation you help people with, because there is so much. So maybe you can have this time now when you are mapping out to say, how can I simplify this? How can I simplify the way people come in so it's the right people that come into my world? And how can I get them to be excited to take the next step with me every single time and say yes to every single step moving forward? And that's my challenge to you this week, to go into the business areas grid and build out your offer ladder and see where things are more simplified, more structured, and easier to market, easier to sell, so it's easier to say yes, easier for you to deliver, and then hand on to the next offer. So if you like the business areas grid and want to know more about how to use it, I have a training for you. It is usually $197, but you can use the code GRID27 to get it for $27. And it's a short mini training with me. It's like 45 minutes or something. It is a more comprehensive workbook than just the grid, and it gives you the opportunity to follow me along when I map out one business, and you can map out your businesses the same way. Just press pause, do the things you need to do, press play, listen to me, what I'm thinking in that box, and then you do the same. When you're done, you have a really good understanding how your business is and what needs to be elevated, what needs to be changed, what needs to be stopped doing, what you need to actually add to cover those gaps and holes where you're losing business or clients. So in our workbook, create a coaching program with a hybrid structure, like we talked about last time in the show. This is a really good workbook for $47. You can find the link in the show notes, and it's a comprehensive Google Doc, so you can write as much as you want, and you can see how you can get one structure for one hybrid program. And it's only like 10 days left, I think, on our offer for Kajabi. It's 3 months for $99. So if you are into coaching, courses, memberships, all those things, Kajabi is amazing to keep everything underneath one roof. Like I said, it's like emails, it's podcasting, it's offers, it's delivery, it's community, it's live options to have group meetings or one-to-one meetings if you're a coach. So it's going to be amazing for you to check that out, only for like 3 months now for $99. And you get the big package, so you can choose and pick everything you want to test it out and build it out. And when you build it out and it's like coming up to 3 months, you can change to the package that you want. So you're not overpaying, but at the same time, you're not limited as you are in a free trial version to test things out. So you will find a way of doing your hybrid offers in a good way. If you are buying that Kajabi account from us with our link in the show notes, I will give you a free pass to one of our workshops that we have. It's 3 hours, and we are building out and doing things in your business based on the workshop that you choose. And we use a lot of AI to make it happen, to make it faster, but we are working side by side in the group on Zoom to work on our business and be accountable together. And I will also give you access to our Boost Your Business with Kajabi, and it's a membership where you get access to office hours. We call them weekly booster, once a week, an hour where we share screens, we talk about news in Kajabi, we talk about how to position our products, or we talk about how to send out emails, or whatever we use in Kajabi. But it might not be technology all the time. It could be strategy and tactics, how to use those things. So if you are interested in that, go to the show notes and the link will be there. And I am super happy to tell you that the Business Heroes Academy is going to open up the doors for a new cohort. So if you are interested to sign up on the waiting list, it's high time to do so, because we're going to open up pretty soon. And if you want to grab the limited bonus, you should absolutely join the waitlist. And there is no no things that says that you have to apply if you're on the waiting list. It's just that you get to know first when we're opening up the doors and what bonuses you can choose from. Okay, so if you have any questions whatsoever, I am super happy if you want to join the Business Heroes community, which is free. And I post our weekly broadcast inside of that community, and we discuss and we have questions, responses, ahas, and also other people that talk about what they did with the insights that they got from the different episodes or blogs or anything that we post in that community. So you're super welcome to come and join there. We have also the possibility to have questions posted under this video. If you want to, you can send me a DM. I will be happy to know more about what you felt when we talked about the ladder and the offer ladder and how you're going to use it in your business, or maybe improve the one that you already have. So your next client doesn't need a brand new offer. They just need to know the next step in their journey with you. If you brought them a whole new offer, that might not be resonating with them. So think about how you can use the small changes and make the ladder after the way they want to ascend in their transformation. I would love to know what kind of small shifts you're going to do in your business or big shifts you're going to do in your business to create this ladder. It's time to level up. In the end of these episodes, I usually say, hey, keep evolving and keep improving. It's time to step up and do more that is right in our business and stop doing the busy work and being more strategic in ways we are doing things so we can apply the right tactics at the right time. And I will be back next week with more tactics, more insights, with more strategies. Step by step, I would like to help you up-level your business. And my goal is always to boost you and your business one step at a time. See you next time.